I just want to bring up and review a little bit. There's a lot of stuff on the blackboard, and if you go to assignments, project assignments, there's the assignment for A, B, C, and D. But if you go to reading handouts on here on the left, I've got all these various reading handouts, and there's one, and Greg, if you don't have it, just remind me or somebody else to copy it out for you. There's one that's called View Control Bar, reading handout diagram of the View Control Bar. I've saved it out to the S drive, so it's in our class folder, and it explains all these buttons and what they do as of 2011. So this thing is a good reference when you want to remember how to change views. And everything in the View Control Bar is also in the View Properties in Revit. So the Properties palette here is going to show me my view properties as long as I don't have any walls or any other objects selected. The minute you select something, the Properties palette is talking about the object or objects that are selected. So the Scale button here is up in View Scale on the Properties. Detail Level is right here. The Visual Style, as they now call it, Shaded with Edges, is here as well. So anything here you can do there, but the View Control Bar is going to be a quicker way of doing it. I think the only thing you can't do from the Properties palette is the Temporary Hide Isolate. And let me just go ahead and show you that one. Have I talked about the sunglasses yet? Probably not. Okay. The sunglasses, as I call them, on the View Control Bar, it's called Temporary Hide and Isolate. Let's say you want to see in, like I want to see where this wall comes down to the bottom of the house. I can select this wall here and say, okay, I don't want to see that temporarily. I don't want to change this view so that if I print it, it changes it, but I just temporarily on the screen only. So this sunglasses, as I call it, is an on the screen only tool. I can select something, one or more walls. I'll do two of them here with control. And I'll do the sunglasses hide element. So now the walls that I selected aren't visible anymore in this view. So now I can spin it around and I can say, oh, there's what's going on. I've got those other walls out of the way. But notice how there's this turquoise, this cyan-colored box around the view. That's to remind me that I've used the sunglasses tool to temporarily do something to hide or isolate. And to reset it, I go back to the sunglasses and say reset, and then it turns off the cyan box and the walls are back. Now, in 2012, they've added a little message in the cyan box that says temporary view hide isolate is turned on, and that way you can't miss what the cyan box is trying to tell you. So they've added little nuances. So if I say reset, it's back to normal. Also, and you'll see me do this in assignment F, I believe. It's a great tool. If you want to isolate something, let's say I want to just look at that wall and that foundation wall and that footing, I can use the sunglasses to isolate those elements, and then I can spin around and look at just that. I haven't messed with the view because it's only temporary, so when I'm done, I go back and I say reset, and everything's back to normal. Handy little tool. Lots of little tricks that I'm going to try to go over as we go that aren't necessarily required to do assignment A, B, C, or whatever, but they're great little shortcuts that help you get at what you're trying to model. Okay, we had a question. Chris, did we cover your question? You mentioned... yeah. Let me just kind of go over that for everybody again. If I go to my top of footing view, and I go down to edit view range right here, what I was mentioning before I turned on the recording is that this bottom, you can't drop the bottom lower than the view depth. So if I say unlimited here and say OK, I get this error message. And what it's saying is view depth is set above the bottom. So that means that I haven't gone deep enough on the very bottom setting, but I've gone deeper on the bottom. So I have to close that message and say, OK, unlimited here and there. And then it works and I can see the footings. And that's that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and burn this recording. And I'm going to save it as view control and view range.